Well, welcome aboard Wild Goose. Today we're going to be having a look at a scenario which is possibly every sailor's worst nightmare, and that is the thought of sinking when you're out at sea. I thought we might go and have a look at the turtles down at Mon Repos. It's turtle hatching time, so let's go and have a look, shall we? I just wanted to have a bit of a chat about something that happened to me recently. I've been sailing out for the day. I'd sailed off to a remote island. There was no phone service, radio service, but help was certainly a long way from anywhere. And that's kind of the way I like it, and that's why I'd sailed out there. Had a beautiful sail out, done our 60 nautical miles. I'd anchored, the sun was just going down, and as I went downstairs I could hear the slosh down underneath the floorboards. To my alarm, I opened the floorboards to find that there was water indeed sloshing just below those floorboards, indicating that I was taking on water. I was a bit alarmed when I saw that, and so I'm going to run through the process that I went through and wondering if you were in that situation, what would you do? Of course, I turned on the bilge pumps, get rid of the water as fast as I could. First thing I did was check the temperature of the water. The water was sea temperature, which immediately eliminated any leaking from the manifolds or anything from the engine. The second thing I did was go through and have a look at all the seacocks. Seacocks are the little inlets and outlets that we use to let the water pass in and out through sinks and toilets and things. Eventually, I did find the issue. There's a gland that runs between the shaft of the propeller and the engine, and where that gland meets the boat, the spring had broken and we were taking on water at a rather alarming rate, and it's always a little bit scary when you see just green water pouring in. What I did next was, having realised that I wasn't going to be able to fix it or make the repairs effective out here out at sea, what I did was I wrapped some tea towels and some cloth around the stern gland itself, and then I used this humble $2.50 roll of electrical tape and wrapped and bound and sealed that cloth around the stern gland and the prop shaft. And so, although it was still taking water, the water really was just dripping now, and so we were able to take control of it. And the next day, whilst I didn't want to necessarily go back, I certainly wanted to be a lot closer to a scenario where if the bilge pumps had stopped working, I could basically get up onto a slip and make preparations for the repairs as soon as I could. When it was obvious that I had done a job that was going to be satisfactory, for the next few days it was just a matter of keeping on top of the bilge pump situation and just monitoring my little world and making sure that everything was going to be okay until I could get back in. So we're going to haul out in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to go and pull the shaft out and be able to repair the stern gland, actually just replace the stern gland. While I'm there, I'm going to be doing the anti-fouling and making the boat, the Goose, all pretty again for our next lot of sailing. This time of year, the turtles that are hatching just down the road at Mon Repos, I thought we might go down and have a look and see how the scenario is there. So here we are at Mon Repos. In November through to December, the turtles come up and lay their eggs, and at this time after Christmas is the time where they hatch. Normally they wait till later on in the afternoon. They sense that the sand is cooling off, and then they break out of the sand and make their way down to the beach and then into the water. The survival rate isn't very good. Normally they say it's around 1 in 1,000. east coast of Australia. The predominant winds are easterlies. And those easterlies over summer can blow for days and days and days on end. And with that easterly brings in these nasty little blue bottles. Blue bottles, as they mentioned, come in a variety of colours from almost anemic to a bright fluorescent blue. They wash in with the wind and then land on the beaches. To the unprepared, as they go swimming, the tentacles of those blue bottles wrap around your arms, your legs, your body, and they can give quite a nasty sting. So if you're here in Australia, check on the beach first, make sure that there aren't any blue bottles before you go for a swim. Well, that's it for this edition of Wild Goose Adventures. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, press the like button, and also please feel free to subscribe so you'll see more of these adventures. And speaking of adventures, next time we're going to be having a look at the goose's bottom. She's getting hauled out and we're going to be having a look as she gets anti-fouled. We're also going to wash the blue anti-foul away from me. We're going to go down to Noosa, we're going to take a bit of a drive along the beach, and we're going to go and check out the fantastic Noosa surf breaks. So join us then, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.